Welcome back to the Stache Club Wrestling Podcast. My name is John.
My name is Dante.
I don't even know why we do the intros on the podcast. If you listen to the podcast, I feel like you know.
You know who we are.
You know what I mean?
You know that's John. You know this is Dante. Come on. What are we doing?
This has got to be episode 75 or 76, so it's like...
We're up there.
You know?
I think we stopped even announcing the episode numbers a while ago. I mean, at this point, unless it's a milestone episode.
Once we come around to like 100, then it's like...
That's a celebratory number. 75, 76, not
75's cool.
75
three quarters of the way.
Yeah. That's true. But here we are.
We are mainly talking Backlash predictions. Backlash is on at 1 p.m. for us.
Crept up on us.
I know.
Yeah.
I was watching Raw on Monday, and they were like this Sunday, and I was like, oh shit, oh wow,
Came up quick.
It is kind of, I like predictions episodes because it's kind of just like, you know, I know what the pod's going to be.
Relax,
like, pod is just, it's all predictions.
We know the few matches that we're going to be talking about. It's easy peasy.
But we're going to talk a little about, I can't stress enough how little we're talking about the draft.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't the most eventful draft in the world.
There was
There was a few shakeups, a few call-ups and stuff like that.
I love the call-ups part. We'll get more into it, but I guess we'll get into it now. WWE draft over on Raw and SmackDown. We're not going to go over who got drafted where. A lot of people stayed where they were. A couple cool split ups, and now Damage Control is on Raw. We haven't seen them, and whatever. Ultimately, I don't. I saw someone tweet that it was like, they're just doing it to piggyback off the NFL draft, and I was like, that's exactly.
I guess
it
lines up. I mean, I guess create stability, but at the same time, they've done this before and there was no stability behind it. I think this time around, the fact that they have championships on each brand, like no more tag team unifications, the world championships, the women's championships, and then now the two general managers, I feel like it's going to be more strict, I guess.
Sure.
So like you're not going to see SmackDown people on Raw on SmackDown, vice versa.
I like I don't dislike. I'm not even dogging on like the split and the dress. I like that, and I agree with you. I think it is going to be like they're actually going to take it seriously this time. But more so just the actual event just put me to sleep.
I don't like the way they do it. I wish they did it like when we were younger and it was like the lottery. They did like Raw versus SmackDown, and if Raw won, they got the pick, and they did that, or the lottery too. That
people
was
cool. People were saying I wish they did the lottery, but that's what I like when they did that. They do the matches because it's and then the whole night it's like, oh, these all mean something because now the main event is so and so didn't get picked yet, and it's blank versus blank.
I remember.
Who's gonna get,
I remember they did like it may have been like 08 or 09 or something. They did like a big battle royal and like Edge won it, and then he won 2 draft picks for his brand. It's like that's
and everyone's wearing the SmackDown and Raw shirts.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I think it's more unpredictable. I guess because it's like in this case, it's like. There were some things like Drew McIntyre went pretty late, and granted to their defense, they did like kind of talk about it in his promo with CM Punk, like I got drafted late, I shouldn't have been drafted. But like you kind of know who's gonna go, the big hitters are gonna go early and stuff, and like that's just how it's gonna be. With the other concept, it's unpredictable. Like Triple H, I think it may have been that same draft I was talking about. He was a WWE champion. He was the last pick of the draft, and he went to SmackDown. So it's like that's cool. But yeah, no, just the concept of it is very boring. I agree.
And I totally get why they locked the champions. Because like they spent all of WrestleMania figuring out the post-Mania title scene. It's like they're not going to just fuck it up for the sake of the draft. Right. But having the top guys like a Cody or a Damian or whatever locked up, it's like you were saying, like 08, 09, it was always crazy to be like, oh my God, WWE champion John Cena just got moved to Raw or SmackDown or whatever,
Right. Yeah, so it's just kind of, that also too, the concept of keeping I understand why they did it again.
And I don't blame them.
But it does take away like the big hitters, some of the big hitters and stuff. So, and also Roman Reigns wasn't even involved in it. Like that's kind of like what they did on SmackDown and stuff, but he was like, they're withdrawing from it, blah, blah, blah.
Which is just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
There's a couple free agents, like MVP is a free agent I saw.
Yeah, I saw like on their page it said Logan Paul is a free agent, but he's
the
champ. I thought he was locked into SmackDown. I don't know. I don't know.
Kind of like you were saying earlier, at the very least, I have faith and I appreciate the effort for like it's a definitive split. They're gonna take it seriously this time. But how they did it was just like, I don't know. I don't know.
And apparently the rosters don't lock until Monday. So there could be some trades.
If there's a new champion or something.
Well, no, I guess they said they kept saying trades could happen. So people are like, well, 2 episodes of SmackDown and Raw, maybe there's like a trade or two that goes down to kind of shake it up a little bit more. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I would like it. It would add something to it.
I don't know what those trades would be, but yeah.
Some of the NXT call-ups that got called up. Officially, Carmelo Hayes.
Love it.
Kiana James. Ilya Dragunov.
Love it.
Dijak happened on the internet. Lyra Valkyria and Blair Davenport.
I think it was
there may be one or two more. I'm not sure.
I think it was very smart to have a lot of the women's wrestlers in NXT get called up because I've said this before. I think they have one of the best, if not the best, women's division in wrestling. Yeah. And now there's just this new just a whole new wave of talent coming in where it's like now it's like you can call up a bunch of these. And it's like the women's division on the main roster, it's getting better. But now that you're bringing all these new faces and names in there, I think that's just going to elevate it even more. So I love that.
I know she's like part of like a feud or maybe she's the champion. I thought we were going to see Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I thought that too because she was on Raw the night after Mania.
Yeah.
So I know she's still the champ and everything, but like people have been thinking that she was going to get called up for the last like 2 years because she was in the last 2 Royal Rumbles. Yeah. So it's like she's been, featured on the main roster a few times. I was surprised she didn't get called up either. I figured she was going to be one of the early NXT picks, but
Here's my take on the whole thing going forward. If they're gonna not change, this is like the draft and the call-ups on the same thing. If they're not gonna change the way they do the draft and like they're sticking with how they're doing it, the only thing I like that we get to see Teddy Long. I like that we get to see APA and like
team Dudley Boys were there.
Yeah, like that's always fun. But if they're gonna keep it just this like kind of boring NFL draft style, I even say go back to the shake-up style. Once a year, just have like a randomizer.
Sure.
Now it's more. And I mean, the shakeup was lame when it happened. Like, make it cooler if you're gonna keep the WWE draft boring. And honestly, I think NXT call-ups are becoming such like a more prominent and important thing. I honestly say make an NXT call-ups thing like separate or its own entity. I don't know what that would look like. Its own thing,
I was also confused because they were like NXT is going to be involved in the draft, which it was. People got called up, but nobody got drafted down to NXT.
Yeah, like what?
So I didn't understand why they were kind of hyping that up.
Yeah,
but maybe that's going to be like they should have had like a third night, like NXT has a draft and then they draft. There's like a handful of people that they can go after. It's just something to make it like you're trying to make it a third brand. This doesn't help. What I mean? They're losing people.
Yeah, I would say all they did was take people. Yeah, I thought even if like I don't know they did, and again that would have helped if like they did the match thing where like it's like an NXT guy versus a Raw guy versus a SmackDown guy. SmackDown or NXT guy gets the sneak win.
NXT's probably not going to get as many wins as a Raw or SmackDown, but they'll get a couple
rack
guys. Up a few. Yeah. They'll get a few people. So yeah, no, that was confusing.
I saw someone even say with like the idea I had with like the separate NXT call up thing, like. Wouldn't it be cool if they had like a call up night or like a prove it night and like let's say a Carmelo Hayes is looking to get called up, right? He gets to the main roster by beating a main roster guy.
Oh, so it's like you win, you're on the brand or something.
And then they have a couple instances where like an NXT guy or person has a match and they lose and they didn't get called up, and it's like, which granted, like in real life that would like suck for that person, but like you would know, obviously.
Yeah, no, the concept is there. No,
I just think there's a lot of ways to improve it, and the draft separate. I really think it'd be cool to make the NXT call-ups thing like a bigger thing, you know? Because it feels the bigger NXT is getting and the more prominent it's getting, it feels like a bigger deal for these people coming up.
I will say at least like Carmelo Hayes was a first round pick, so they made that feel big, which I appreciate that. Ilya, I think people kind of expected it, but that was a cool one. His reaction was awesome. Even which was kind of funny. Braun Breaker gets drafted to Raw after signing a SmackDown contract like 2 months ago. Yeah. So like, I mean, I get it. It's like anything could happen, but like that was kind of silly.
But that's even like think if they had like a ceremony or a special night or whatever, and in that same night, Tiffany, Braun, Carmelo, Ilya
Right.
all get, and I get like logistically, it's pretty tough to like have all these 5 top NXT guys ready to go up at the same time. Totally get that.
Right.
But it'd be cool. And we're gonna, if we have time later, we are gonna talk about Carmelo and Cody going at it, which is very cool. But I don't know. That's my take. That's my 2 cents on the draft.
One thing I will say with how Raw ended up, I put out this tweet. Raw now is Gunther, Ilya, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Dijak, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. Sheamus and Finn Balor, people are also pointing out, they have some hard hitters on Monday Night Raw. So that mid-card tag team, even main event, that division's going to be fucking locked and loaded.
Even looking at Ilya and Gunther in general, like are they doing that at the Berlin show? What's the Imperium stuff looking like?
Oh, it's going to happen soon. I can't wait. Yeah.
Everyone thought it was going to be for the IC title, but a straight-up one-on-one, fuck it. Maybe a straight up, maybe not for the number 1 contenders. I don't know. Something.
People are saying Ilya could like join Imperium because Vinci got drafted to SmackDown, so he got kicked down and then booted all the way to Friday nights. That's definitely going to happen at some point. But it'll be interesting to see how the direction they go down to get there.
Well, we can, unless you have anything more on the draft or the call ups, we can move on to Backlash.
I think that's good for me.
All right, Backlash, SCW predictions. Oh, it's hidden back there.
Oh, yeah. Whoop, there we go. All right.
SCW Predictions Championship is on the line this Saturday afternoon.
It'll be on the line again very, very soon for Double or Nothing.
Yes, at the end of the month.
So,
where do we want to start? I guess we just start. Oh, we're doing conference points again. So
yes.
it's just us two, and it's a shorter card.
Yep.
France is only getting 5 matches. We'll start off with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga.
Yes, yeah, big debut match for Tonga as well. This is going to be his first time stepping in the ring for WWE. I have a prediction.
Okay,
I think Solo and Tonga are going to win. By the help of Jacob Fatu.
I hope so.
Because it's been, they're saying he was going to show up a few weeks ago. His call up was imminent. And then it was like the draft came up. So like just waiting for the right moment. This is the right moment. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like he comes in, helps them win. And now you got the Bloodline 2.0 really fully intact now.
Yeah.
So
the only reason I could see them not doing it is because they don't want to overshadow Tama Tonga.
Sure.
But other than that, I don't see a reason not to have him debut.
Right. No, I think that's like, it just makes sense. I get what you're saying. Like they don't want to kind of whatever, but also this could be like the match in the pay-per-view where the Bloodline officially forms.
Sure.
The new Bloodline.
Yeah.
So that's the missing piece of the puzzle right there.
It will be fun to like when that happens. And because like they're not going against Paul, but Paul is a little on the outside of this circle.
Yeah,
So it would be crazy. Like I'm picturing like the scared Paul Heyman face when Jacob Fatu enters, and it's the 3 of Bloodline 2.0, and Paul Heyman just losing his shit, and he's like, "Oh no!" and losing control and all that.
Yeah, no, I think this will be a good match. I mean, just to kind of like take away the prediction of Jacob debuting and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I think it'll be a solid match, and hey, Solo will get his first win hopefully in almost 6 months.
One can hope.
One can hope.
What are those confidence points looking like?
2.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I also have Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga for 2 points.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I am pretty confident, and that's what's gonna happen, but I'm not as confident as the other matches
because this is the shenanigans match. Like,
exactly.
Who knows? We could even see a Jimmy.
Kevin and Owen could win, and then Kevin and Randy could win, and then Jacob comes in afterward.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that could happen too.
Losing has consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I like my 2 points for that too. I don't have much else to say about that.
Yeah.
Women's tag team titles: Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Now, I mean, the obvious is are they going to have Jade lose her first? Well, not her first, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Title match,
pay-per-view, in France, Backlash.
Yeah, this is the match. I'll say this is my one confidence point.
This is also my one.
Oh, fuck.
I wouldn't be shocked if our points are the same.
We'll see. Hopefully not. So yeah, this is my one confidence point. I can really see this going either way. I think I have Bianca Jade winning.
Me too as well.
But I can definitely see this being like Jade's not getting pinned.
For sure.
Bianca shouldn't get pinned. So if they do lose, it's going to be like a disqualification count out type of thing, like Kabuki Warriors, like do something a cheap way to retain the belts or something. It is kind of like they kind of did just put this team together, like, or they're just starting to get going as a team and everything. So it's like, are they going to win the titles in their first match? Like,
I would like a few more establishing tag wins under their belt.
And that makes me think too, that makes me not confident that they're going to win really, because again, I can see the Kabuki Warriors getting the disqualification count out, whatever, and then the next match they have is one where they get the upper hand. But I'm going to go Bianca Jade for this.
I honestly don't even see a reason for Kabuki Warriors to win it. Like
they haven't really done.
That's the thing.
Much.
They haven't done anything. Doesn't seem like there's a direction. Damage Control is still intact, being headed by Dakota now, but like, you know, since the Mania match, like the Damage Control story has been a little lulled, you know, just because of the Bayley stuff.
And now they're on Raw, so they're on a whole new brand now and everything. So it's like, what's the direction for them to go down after this match? They're on Raw without the titles, or they can keep the titles and keep. I guess.
Plus, Asuka and Kairi are like such single stars as well, so like I could see them.
They don't need to be tag team champions. They're cool as tag team champions, but
I just don't think there's any reason or direction for them to win. And Bianca and Jade having the tag titles would be fucking sick.
Yeah,
and it'd be a nice, like, you know, Jade and Bianca hold the tag titles for a while. Jade or Bianca turn on one another. Eventually they lose the titles. Like, there's so much to do with them having the titles, you know?
Yeah, no, I think too, like, if you put the belts on them, that elevates them. I think if there's any two people in WWE in the women's division that can do that, it's Bianca and Jade. And if they can't, fucking throw those belts in the garbage, because I'm losing hope here.
They should get a tag name. They really should. That'd be so sick.
The storm is coming. The stormiest.
Oh, the stormiest.
Storm.
No, I think we had it.
The
stormiest tag
I swear to
team.
God, if I hear that on television, I better get a check
team
in the mail. Come on, the stormiest tag team.
WWE Women's Championship, Bayley versus Tiffany, Stratton versus Naomi, being turned into, it was just Bayley, Naomi straight up, got turned into a triple threat with Tiffany.
Love it.
Just not letting anything go.
Yeah, what do you got here?
I got Bayley retaining.
Okay.
I think this is not to jump ahead in spoilers, but like we were talking about before we started recording, it's the first pay-per-view after Mania. New champions, so a lot of new champions were established at Mania, and to me that meant there's a lot of new directions and paved roads they're going, right? So I don't see them changing course with any of these new champions just after 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks of having it, you know? So I got Bayley. That's my 4 confidence points.
Thank God. Okay.
Is that your 3?
I have Bayley for 3.
Okay.
Yeah, Bayley for 3.
We're going to have our 5 the same.
Yeah, I think yeah. So, all right.
Okay,
so it's going to come down to...
You said you also have Bayley?
I also have Bayley. Yeah, I'm with you. I think it makes it more exciting. Yeah, Tiffany in. I mean, she's going to be in...
It's going to be a sick match.
She's going to be in a lot more championship matches in the future in her very young career. But yeah, I agree. WrestleMania just happened. You just introduced these new champions. It was this big moment for Bayley. She ain't losing it that quick.
Yeah,
you know,
we haven't seen her get going yet.
It makes it more unpredictable. Again, adding Tiffany, if it was just her, Naomi straight up, this this could have been my 5. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But like, I think Tiffany being thrown in the mix. Hey, maybe they do a little a thing where Tiffany, you know, she does something cheeky and then she ends up walking out with the championship. I don't think that'll happen, but yeah, I think Bayley should win this. She deserves a solid title run. So
I'm glad. I'm really glad Tiffany's in, and Naomi for that matter, but specifically Tiffany being newly called up. I like her being in the world title picture. I think it's way too early for her to win it.
100%.
I think it's, you know, again, I'm with you. If it's like a heel cheeky thing, she gets the title early. I'll be stoked. Hell yeah, I'll be sad for Bayley.
Looking towards the future, Money in the Bank is a few months away. I think that is the perfect place to get the jump start of Tiffany.
She'd be so obnoxious with it. It'd be pink and rhinestone, awesome. Just like glittery and shit. Yeah, so it'd be good. Sick.
But yeah, no, Bayley winning this one, and yeah.
I'm excited for it to be kind of like an establishing, like, she is already a main eventer, but like this is her first world title match on the main roster.
She's definitely proven that she deserves to be in this position.
It'll be cool to see her on that level.
Get that shine, 100%.
Undisputed. We'll go World Heavyweight Championship first.
Yep.
We'll go no, because this one's more obvious. We'll go undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles.
I think we're gonna have the same.
I'll tell you now. My 5 confidence points are with Cody.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very excited for this match. I think it's gonna be sick. I think if they really go crazy, we might be looking at a match of the year contender. I'm not saying nothing crazy.
It could be up there,
but it's the same thing we already said. It's like Cody. Is Cody gonna lose?
No, he just finished the story. What are we gonna have him lose it right away? Yeah, I think this match is gonna be a banger. I think AJ is a great first opponent for Cody. For Obviously, there's history, somewhat not deep history, but the Rhodes and Styles goes back a little bit. There's some stories to be told. First time ever match, which is that's.
I think that's the coolest part of it is how AJ was the TNA guy. Cody had a little TNA. Cody had a TNA stint. They never crossed paths in Bullet Club.
Yep. They had very similar paths. On the indie scene. Like, obviously, AJ was on the indie scene that led up to WWE. Cody was in WWE, went on the indie run, and then came back to WWE. But TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and even why can't I think of the championship that his what was it called?
Not sure what you're getting
it'll
at.
come to me. I'm gonna look it up. But they've had very similar indie runs, like holding the same championships and stuff like that. So
which they're not gonna bring it up, but like the AJ Styles versus Dusty match in TNA,
exactly.
Whatever.
That's what I'm thinking of. That it was for that belt, but what they didn't call it the TNA belt back then. It was called the was it the?
Oh, I have no idea.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm about to pull it up.
He's got it.
It is called.
You got it.
The
come on.
Where is it?
You
Where the fuck is it?
I
swear to God, it's something.
Dusty Rhodes.
NWA World Championship.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. The NWA title. This belt, right?
Oh, the NWA TNS.
Yeah. So,
good looking belt.
It's a great looking belt. They've held the same titles and stuff like that. And this match is gonna be a banger. It's predictable, but like we've said it before, predictable isn't always bad.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good match.
World Heavyweight Championship: Damian Priest versus Jey Uso.
If this match wasn't happening, if this wasn't Damian Priest's first title defense after Mania, I would love to say Jey Uso is winning this.
Agreed.
Because I think that time definitely is coming and he will win a singles championship at some point. But, and again, like these Bayley, Cody, Damian just won their belts.
Yes.
You can't, I think it's too early to take it off of them. People love Jey. I love Jey. You love Jey. And that would be a sick thing seeing him win the big one. But I just don't think it's too early in the Damian Priest title run. And we were talking about the legitimacy of him even having the belt in the first place at Money in the Bank. You have him win the belt and then lose it right away. You're fucking burying the guy, Yeah.
So, I think they've been doing a good job of building Jey Uso up, I think, for Damian.
Right.
So it's like, I think, like you said, it's an establishing.
It's believable. They made it believable that Jey could win.
That's what I mean.
I definitely do think that this could go. Like, Jey could walk out of France with the World Heavyweight Championship, but it just wouldn't. It would be worse for Damian than it would be better for Jey. You know what I mean?
Even if this was one more month in the future, then I could see like, oh, maybe a quick little 2-month title reign.
Because we talked about like we don't think Damian's gonna have the longest title reign in the world. Like I don't think he's gonna have the belt for 9 months to a year like Seth, but I do think he needs to have it for more than a month.
I agree.
For sure. But that's my my 4.
That's my 3.
Okay, so that's that could be the deciding factor there. We have the same picks winners wise.
Oh, so we're gonna tie. So we don't have anything different. So we're gonna.
Oh yeah.
what do we do here? But it's because I don't think either
there's nothing I want to change.
Either of us changing something is just gonna be like.
This is what WWE does to us, okay? This is what happens when they give us 5 matches.
And I love the quality over quantity.
Why did I think that wasn't going to be a difference?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know why. I was like, oh, thank God we have 2 matches that are different. But yeah, if we get them all right, then I guess we have to hope for someone to not hope for someone to lose, but something has to happen that kind of
I guess because if let's say Bayley loses. I don't gain 4 points, but you don't gain 3 points. So, that's really what it is people have to lose.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, my God. And I'm not going to sit here and do the math out.
No.
But,
there's a good chance that we're going to come into the podcast next week announcing that there was a tie.
Yeah,
John's
for sure.
Gonna retain the championship. That's what we're looking at.
Because, it's like...
All right, I'll see you at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
See you at the end of the month.
Literally, it's... Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That's funny. I didn't even... Yeah, oops.
Whatever. What can you do?
I was kind of, I don't know if you saw, I was looking down. We might have another, whatever episode that was when the chair collapses. I'm not feeling confident about this guy.
Yeah, I mean, these chairs aren't the most sturdy ones in the world.
We gotta get new chairs.
We got new markers, though.
That's true.
You'll be seeing that on the quizzes. All the people in the comments that were shitting on us for bad markers, we fixed it, all right? Don't worry. You'll be able to see our answers now.
New markers now. Chairs second.
Next.
New chairs second.
100%.
Alex.
I hope to God. No.
On the not last week, the week before when we had Alex on, she was like, I like the dining room. Just a clown. That's about the dining room chairs. What we got.
What we got.
What we got. All right. Well, that was Backlash predictions. That took all of maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we can move. I got a couple more things. We got Carmelo Hayes versus Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. Fun match. They both did the springboard thing, missed the thing.
So that was, I don't know. I think that was a botch. I think that was supposed to go into a Cody cutter. I think so. It could.
You mean you think it was supposed to be an air Cody cutter?
Yeah. So I people were saying both. It's like, oh, okay, they both were just going for their moves and whatever. But it did seem like the way Cody was going that he was supposed to catch Carmelo. I also loved. Yeah, here it is.
Let's see. Oh, they got the timing.
Yeah, the timing is so. And Carmelo got up right away too, so it's not like he.
And Carmelo did turn his body.
So I was under the impression that it was a botch. I think Cody went too slow, and then he stayed on the ropes for a few seconds too long.
That's funny. It still comes off as sit.
Exactly. Yeah. And at first I saw it and I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I saw the comments and it was like, oh, okay, I see it.
Carmelo can sell the hell out of that crossroads.
And apparently Cody was selling his shoulder a little bit after that.
That's what
people were saying, whether he actually hurt his shoulder or not. But
I don't know. That's what this one Twitter account is saying, but I don't know.
I also love to Carmelo got drafted and he immediately called out Cody. Yeah. Immediately. I loved that. You want to talk about making a guy look legit right off the bat? That's how you do it. He's on SmackDown, right? Correct.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
And Braun's on
Raw.
I guess it makes sense to have those two on their separate brands. I mean, it would have been sick to have them,
Did Tiffany on? Where'd Tiffany go?
I think she's on SmackDown.
Okay.
I think she's on SmackDown. Yeah, because Nia Jax got moved to SmackDown too. I saw at the end of Raw, but yeah, no, it's gonna be fun seeing what they do with Carmelo and kind of seeing him go on the come up here, because I mean we've talked about him and Ilya and Braun Breaker, those three guys just have unbelievably bright futures. I think all three of those guys should at least hold a mid-card title, within the next year or so.
I was gonna say, I think Carmelo Hayes with the U.S. title,
would be
by the end of the year. I think
would be fire.
Even I imagine Carmelo versus Logan. I know we've been hyping up maybe Miz versus Logan in Cleveland, but I mean, even if they do that match, then afterward, Carmelo versus Logan, I think would be fun.
That would be a money match,
fun
for sure.
Yeah,
that would be a money match. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what they do with him, because I mean, he was one of the best NXT superstars ever, arguably. Yeah. And he's so young too. He's a Massachusetts native, so easy to root for him.
What we got for an age? I'm
gonna say 25. No, maybe 26. I'm gonna say 26.
I'm gonna say
you scared me out of 25.
I'm gonna say 28. I don't think he's younger than me.
That would be scary. Come on, 26.
29. Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right. I undershot it a little bit, but still very young.
Yeah.
Thank God he's
wow. Braun Breaker 26. Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. How old?
Trick 29. Ilya 30. Braun being 26. I knew he was young. I didn't know he was that young.
Holy shit. He's an athletic freak, man. I get the genes. It's in his blood.
I had a buddy of me, the same guy I bring up all the time, who's like, since WrestleMania has been getting more into wrestling. He sent me the clip of, it was on SmackDown a couple weeks ago when Braun did the squash match and he was running the ropes and he moved the ring when he hit it.
Unbelievable. The guy is so like strong and powerful. He's
fucking fast.
And he is a freak athlete. He did he would do these things where he would like run up the ropes and he'd stand like woo, like hold it and then do like a hurricanrana off the top rope. Yeah, the guys got it. I mean, again, him, Carmelo, Ilya, they all have whatever you need to be a top superstar in this business. They got it. So
imagine taking a full fucking speed clothesline from Braun Breaker. Holy shit!
His spear is the best in the game. I stand by that. I stand by it. He has the best spear in wrestling.
I want to see if a video of
There's
this.
also a little.
Whoa! Fuck! So we just watched him spear.
Oh, look how hyped he gets!
Oh my god!
There's also this little trend going on where all the squash matches that he's had, every person that he's beat has gotten released by WWE. So people are very concerned about Cedric Alexander.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a real thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Braun Breaker is going to be sick on the main roster. Again, I listed off like all the guys that got drafted to Raw and all those people that he could have matchups with. Man, that is going to be they're both going to do well on their brands.
I'm really excited for because those three, Tiffany, Carmelo, Braun, have been like the obvious, like these are the top stars, whatever.
100%.
I'm excited for Ilya, for him to be like the oh, don't forget about me, like fucking fuck you.
And that was the guy that, again, it happened. Sami Zayn beat Gunther. It's great. Like it was a good match. Mm-hmm. Like Sami Zayn with the belt was awesome. I was really one of those guys that was in camp of when Ilya gets called up, him and Gunther, Ilya's the one that beats him. Because they've had their history with the NXT UK belt and stuff like that. Like they've had their, I think Ilya ended Gunther's reign when he was like the champ, like however many 100 days it was. So I thought that would have been a cool little, revisiting that, but this time for the IC title. But I think he'll get on his hand on that belt in due time. So
speaking of that, no IC title or US title on Backlash.
Yeah, I'm more surprised of Sammy, I guess, than Logan, because Logan's still kind of like he's showing up more, which is great.
Yeah.
But they don't really have a program in place right now for him.
Yeah, they're still building up, like, they're building up a Bronson Reed thing. They still got the Chad Gable thing to do, but, like...
Yeah, it's still too soon to do, like, a Sammy Chad. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense. And quality over quantity, we're going to get 5 great matches. I'm sure whatever the next pay-per-view is, I think that's the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring one.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure we'll get...
Where is that?
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So I'm sure we'll see Logan and Sammy defending there because those are 2 big names. So.
Oh, that's at the end of... That's May 25th. Whoa.
Oh, my God. We got 2 more predictions this month. All right, I'll see you at
that's
King
crazy.
Of the Ring. Holy fuck.
And then what day
Double or
is...
Nothing is the next day because that's the 26th.
Fuck. I feel like this sounds... I think we did this last week.
Yeah.
I feel like we did the same exact thing. May 26th. That's crazy.
They're already announcing some matches for Double or Nothing.
That's Memorial Day weekend? Well, I never know.
That's my birthday week. I don't know what.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a wrestling-filled weekend for me. That show, the King of the Ring, is going to be during the day. So that's perfect. Watch wrestling during the day, go out at night. Woo!
That's going to be fun. Hell
Love that. Happy birthday to me.
Looking at because we were just talking about it, the Double or Nothing card. 4 matches on the Wikipedia right now. We got Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné. Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the... they're awesome.
The international championship.
First one's for the TBS title.
Yep.
Will Ospreay Strong is for international. Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb that got made official last night for the women's championship, and then Swerve versus Christian Cage.
Yeah,
also made official last night for the world title.
4 great matches.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I mean, it's Swerve. I'm excited. Swerve versus Christian's gonna be crazy.
Do you see? I know we're kind of. I mean, I guess we're on the topic now. When they came out last night, they attacked Swerve and Kill Switch fucking pulled his dread out.
Yes, unreal. Jeez, I'm hoping it was like a clip-on or something like that.
That's if that was that doesn't feel good. That's not gonna feel good.
While we're just on it, see the Kenny Omega promo. My god, that shit! I didn't know much about.
What did he say that he had?
Diverticulitis or some shit like that.
Look up what is it?
Diverticulitis. So it's a thing. It's a thing in your intestine. Says diverticula usually develop when naturally weak places in your colon give away. Give away under pressure. This causes marble-sized pouches to protrude through the colon wall. Ew. Diverticulitis occurs when diverticula tear, resulting in inflammation and in some cases infection. So I still don't, after reading that, I still don't know what it is, but it's
serious.
Your colon's fucked up. Yeah, and he was even saying which I'm not sure. I'm not trying to say this in any sort of I don't believe whatever. I wonder what the disparity between he's hyping it up to make it sound more dramatic for the sake of the story versus because I would imagine if he's if I get a hard blow to the stomach I could die, right? And they're having him be tipped over
and he took bump slaps.
I would hope.
I think when he was streaming he mentioned this and it seemed like the stories were consistent. Again, it's and then the camera, you could say it then and still kind of play it up. Regardless,
whether it was 24 hours, I'm not trying to make it seem
exactly. No matter what, I mean that's still scary.
Yeah.
And the fact that he got in the ring last night and took some bumps.
I mean, even he was when it first was going on, and he was he wasn't sure if he was gonna be coming out here saying he was retiring, and it was very good to see him take bumps. So there is a little bit
obviously
of
if there was
if there was
even the smallest chance of that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. But it seems I don't know if I was trying to do research. I don't know if he got surgery. I saw reports saying
he was gonna get surgery.
It was likely to happen.
But at the same time, he's saying it seems like he's gonna be back soon and stuff. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like not knowing. I like the unpredictability and just the surprise factor of it.
Regardless, I hope he's okay.
Regardless,
and I'm sure they're doing whatever's safe and he's taking care of himself. But scary thing to go through. I don't know much about it.
For the time being, while he's out of the ring wrestling, let him be the GM. Let him fucking run the show for the time being, and then we get our little bit of Kenny every week.
Doctors probably start eating fruits, Kenny. High fiber diet.
High fiber
what you want
diet,
here. High fiber. I'm not a doctor. This isn't medical advice.
No, just reading Google here. Common. It's common to get it. 200,000 cases a year.
Over age 40.
Wow.
Once you're over age 40.
Damn.
But also what's interesting is I was reading about it and it's there are some cases that are just it can kind of I don't know if it's curable, but there are some cases where it's just changing your diet can help. But in severe cases, I mean there's a spectrum for everything, I guess. But in severe cases, I guess it requires surgery. I'm curious where he is on I don't know. I mean, it definitely didn't seem good.
No,
when he was going through it,
but encouraging that he's again stepped in the ring, took some bumps, so that gives us some sort of clarity that he is okay enough to be doing that. He's able to do that,
and assuming it's not to that degree where if he actually gets hit in the stomach, I'm sure he can't get. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound. You know what I mean? But
we're not doctors.
It was crazy. He's is dropping that line of the doctor was saying any hard blow, or no, they were saying if you don't get the surgery, it's walking around with a ticking time bomb. And he was you won't know where, you won't know when, you won't know for what reason, but all of a sudden it could just be boom, you're back in the hospital and whatever. And then
Jack Perry comes out,
and then he was saying any blow to the stomach could be that could be and then Jack Perry fucking.
Yeah, maybe so. Now we're talking about parts of it that may have been amped up a little bit. I think maybe that was.
I'm hoping, right?
You'd hope so. Again, I don't. If there was even a 0.1% chance of something like that happening, I doubt it did. That risk, but
for the benefit of it, it did make you go like, "Ooh,
yeah."
like, oh, no,
it adds to it.
Right at the end when he was on the stretcher and they flipped him over, I was like, "No, no,
he's gonna die.
His tummy.
His doctor said no.
His ticking time bomb. He's gonna blow up.
He's gonna blow." Yeah. I mean, the story that they're doing right now. I mean, I love EVP Bucks.
I like it too.
I think
so
like
sick.
At first it was kind of like it's new, so it's like it took a little bit.
They really found
their groove and stuff with Okada being in there, and now Jack Perry being involved. Jack Perry being the ultimate heel now, like what Tony Khan and now Omega.
I loved Okada coming out too, and then Kenny being like, when I come back, he's like, give me a few months. Like he's not back, but he's like, I'm coming for you.
I mean, if he's coming back, maybe they're shooting for All In.
I don't know.
Or All Out, excuse me, at Wembley again. I mean,
All In.
Yeah, I always get them mixed up. Whatever one's at Wembley, I think maybe that's where we hopefully will see. I don't want him to rush back, but you know what? I feel like that's like maybe the target date for him to come back.
Especially if it's looking like they're gonna do like the evil AEW versus like the good AEW, and you'll have like Kenny, Hangman. And,
I was gonna say Kenny, Hangman, FTR, I guess, because they came out to make the save. So I guess that could
maybe
be
a Bushi, little golden lovers sort of thing.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense too. We'll see.
What else happened on AEW? Swerve. Who the fuck did Swerve beat last night? Swerve versus I forget what happened. Swerve versus. Either way, before that, the Adam Copeland match was fun.
He fought
Buddy Mathews.
Buddy Mathews.
Yeah, that was.
Buddy Mathews sick. Can go.
Man,
he's a good professional wrestler.
He is good at wrestling.
He is a great professional wrestler. That is for damn sure.
Adam Copeland looking good in the blue. I like they started. I don't know if this is like a new thing, but they started calling him Cope.
Like, yeah, they call it like the Cope Open when they do the championship.
He's got
defenses.
Cope on his pants. How come I can't find this? Who the fuck did he face?
Claudio? Was it?
Oh, he faced Brian.
Brian Cage. I thought that, but I didn't know if I feel like.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Did he even face anyone last night? What did I watch? I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was like a recap thing or something. I don't know.
But either way, I'm really liking Swerve as champion.
Me too.
It feels fun.
And he's like having matches. He's already defended the belt and stuff like that. He had the match with Claudio. I mean, listen, we've all been ready for this title run, and so far he's been delivering. So
Christian, oh yeah, maybe he didn't have a match. I thought he did.
Samoa Joe. So you see that Samoa Joe when he Isaiah went to do Brian Cage and Claudio fought. When he went for the dive on the outside of the ring and Samoa Joe just walked away from it.
Yes.
I mean, those spots are incredible,
So
but
good.
I've never seen one where he's going outside the ring like that. So good.
I'm liking now that this is a creepy picture.
He looks possessed right there.
I'm glad that, Joe lost the title, but you kind of start him back down at the rankings and, climbs back up again. Even for people were critical of the Christian Cage slide in for the world title match. He just lost the TNT championship to Cope.
Yep.
That's what I'm calling him now. But with it makes sense because the EVP Bucks are like, we're running the show and things go out the window. So they said they were announcing Swerve's champion. They were like, a decorated Canadian. Everyone was like, Kenny.
Yeah.
And Christian Cage
and then
walks
Christian
out.
comes out. Yeah, it's a perfect heel move.
It's
going to be a great match, too. The build-up's going to be awesome. The what's his name when he took the cutter? The Swerve's friend.
His friend.
Yeah, why can't I think of his name?
Now you got me blanking. Swerve, why not Trav? Yeah,
he took the cutter, and he literally looked like he was like seizing afterwards. He was like
Prince Nana.
Jesus
Christ. Sometimes
it's hard to think. He took the cutter and sold it like a champ. Oh my God, he sold like he was getting killed. They're building up these feuds very well.
It feels like we're kind of on the on the upswing.
Double or Nothing's their biggest. I mean, I guess besides All In, this is their biggest pay-per-view of the year. It feels like. So
I never know what their like WrestleMania.
I feel like this has been like they've had this going for the last 5 years. Like this has been the one pay-per-view per year that they've consistently had. So to me, it feels like this is their big one.
You could argue it is All In.
Right. Like, I mean, I think moving forward, it probably will be because it's in the big stadium and all that stuff.
But I have a lot like when I think like good when I think the AEW pay-per-view, I think Double or Nothing for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, we can bounce back to it was they did Rampage too. I could probably I'd imagine because basketball.
Yeah.
Just like the 3 hour
probably
rundown.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Oh, I watched the ending of the Bruins game. Oh,
Heartbreaker.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you can't.
Overtime.
You hate to see that. And the Leafs missed their Austin Mathews wasn't playing their best player. I mean they have another chance. I think they play tonight. I think they're in Toronto.
I love being like a bandwagon playoff Boston sports fan because we're from Boston, so I can be a bandwagon fan. That doesn't count as bandwagon fan. It doesn't count.
The thing about the Bruins, and I hate it, I guess the Bruins and Red Sox. Red Sox not so much as the Bruins, but like they're not on national TV. They're on NESN. You have to pay for the NESN channel. I can't watch it. If I could, if Bruins were on national television every night, or at least most of the games were, I would watch.
I think I was telling you that.
I could.
I don't know if we were on pod or not, but I was telling you last week, and I was like, I kind of want to be like a casual Red Sox fan this year, and I'm like, can't watch any of the fucking games.
Can't watch them. At least the Celtics, you have NBC Boston, so like they always have the games on. But like, not the Bruins. I don't know why they can't be on NBC Boston.
Now it's playoff time, baby.
Now it's playoff time. They're on. So yeah, hopefully
tonight at 8.
They close it out tonight. The Celtics closed it out last. That would have been sick. Bruins could have closed it out in Boston Tuesday.
Did Celtics win last night?
I think they won by like 30, 35.
Who are they going up to against now?
Cleveland or Orlando?
Cleveland or Orlando.
Cleveland's up 3-2. They play tomorrow night. If Orlando wins, they play Game 7 on Sunday or Monday. Kristaps is out for the next 3 weeks at least. So
is whatever team Jokić is on?
Yeah, they just beat the Lakers.
Okay, you still in? Hell yeah, I fucking like this
It's gonna
guy.
be him and against the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves.
Oh,
that's gonna be the best playoff matchup of this entire postseason.
Is this guy? Is he like?
He's the best player.
I was gonna say he's like the greatest,
by
right?
A mile.
Yeah,
by a mile.
I keep on seeing
he's probably going to win MVP again this year.
Oh, he won it last year?
He didn't win it last year. So he won it 2 years in a row. Then Embiid won it last year.
Okay.
But it was a big, it was a close race. It could have gone either way. They gave it to Embiid because the last 3 years it was always Jokić or Embiid, and Jokić kept winning it. Okay. So I think it was like Embiid, not that he didn't deserve it, but it definitely could have been Jokić, and he'll probably win it this year. Shai Gilgeous on the Thunder, I would like him to win it because they were the 1 seed. Their average age is 23 years old, and he led them at averaging 30 points. I would like to see him win, but he's the best player in the world.
I was gonna say,
by a mile. He's 29.
Yeah,
he's gonna go down. And it's like a crazy thing to say now, but like he's gonna go down as one of the greatest centers.
That's cool.
Ever. Like he might be a top 10 player of all time. He's ridiculous.
I see a lot of TikTok clips of him just like hating his
dude. He's so lazy. He's lazy. He hates playing basketball.
He treats the NBA like it's like a 9 to 5.
When they won the championship last year, they were like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm going home. They're like, "We have the parade." He goes, "I have to go to the fucking parade."
He was like, I saw that. It's funny you said that. I saw that last night. I've seen it a bunch, but he was like, parade. What time's the parade? They're like Thursday. He's like, I gotta go home.
He loves horse racing. He loves his horses and stuff like that.
There was like a lot. They were like, I think he just became a father or something, or maybe fairly recently.
Sure.
And they were like, you're just a dad, and have you learned anything from being a dad? Does that apply to be on the court? And he's just like, no. No, it doesn't. That doesn't apply.
You look at him on the court, the way he's so slow and he looks so lazy. It's like, how is this guy good? And then he's playing. It's like, damn, this guy's better than everyone else that he's going up against right now.
Fuck with him.
No, he's awesome.
I like him because he
doesn't care.
Just the fact that he's just like, this is my job. This is how I make money. It just so happens to be the NBA and I'm making millions.
He's very good at it.
He would have the same attitude if he was like, I don't know, working at the butcher shop or whatever. He would just be like, this is my job.
There was this meme. There was a commercial. It came out a few years ago. It was like LeBron with his younger self, because LeBron had like a commercial when he was a kid, like in high school, early NBA years, and it was like old LeBron coming in and talking like oh, like your future, like talking about his future, and people have been like reposting it and being like, you need to go back in time and tell this Jokić guy to stay in Serbia and stick with horses, because because Jokić keeps they beat him 2 years in a row. So LeBron's been sent home because of Jokić 2 years in a row. So it's like, you got to get this guy to stay in Serbia. Like,
he's getting me again. I mean, like, and it's props to like, this is like a whole different conversation. We already did Backlash predictions. Who cares?
It's our podcast. Damn it.
That's like the problem. This has been said for you. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything new. But that's like the problem with like baseball and why like people aren't like into it, is they don't have like a viral social media clip, or they won't have like these different moments that they blast out,
you know
whatever.
Because Rob Manfred is a joke of a commissioner, and he literally like, so if like I went on Twitter and I posted a clip of they'll take it down.
Shit down.
Oh, they'll fucking copyright. They are the worst when it comes to advertising. The only player that they successfully do it for is Shohei Ohtani, because the international market.
Okay.
Everybody else, dude, you could look at a list of guys and be like, who the hell is the star here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, there are star players, but they're terrible at just like showing them off and advertising. It's terrible. It's awful.
Because that's why, like, and you know me, I'm not like, again, Boston fan by heart.
Right,
whatever,
but even casual fans should know like who like the best players are and stuff.
Oh,
and
sure.
Like
I haven't known.
I mean?
I haven't known. This is more just a me thing. I haven't known who's on the Red Sox since like, the Johnny Damon, Manny Ortiz. And again, maybe that's just a more me thing.
No, that's fair. I think the only guy honestly notable worth saying is like Rafi Devers. And the only reason why I say that is because he's young. Okay. He just signed a 10-year extension, so he'll be here for a while. But like, no, their marketing, their social media work is by far the worst out of any major sport in the world.
I'm trying to think of who is the dude. I don't think he's on the Sox anymore. The dude, the white dude that always wore like the big chain. He was like young and cool.
Alex Verdugo?
Yes.
Oh,
Dougie.
He's on.
He got traded.
He's signed. He's on the Yankees now.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think did he get? He either got traded or signed this offseason. But yeah, no, he's on the Yankees.
No,
now.
I like him.
Also,
does he what?
Furthest thing from best player. He's like,
oh sure,
he was like a Red Sox guy. Yeah, he had that attitude.
That's why I knew him, because he's just like personality.
But yeah, no, he is not on the team anymore.
That's funny. Damn it. That was like the last one I knew.
Mookie Betts is probably Shohei. Mookie Betts.
I love Mookie.
Mike Trout is still. I think he's the best player.
I don't hear his name ever.
He's on the Angels. No one, and that's the other thing. If you're on a team that sucks or a small market, you don't get talked about.
Yeah,
and he's the best. I think maybe besides Shohei, he's the best player talent wise. Doesn't get talked about at all.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
that's
rough.
wild. But like, again, like with the back to the how you pronounce his name? Jokić.
Nikola Jokić.
Wow,
Jokić. The NBA is the best at like presenting their.
Well, that's why, because I've been seeing the clips and whatever, and like I always like playoff stuff, but I was like seeing his clips, and now I'm like, I want to watch this guy play.
Yeah,
and I want to watch
watch him Timberwolves, Nuggets, Timberwolves. Yeah, the guy Anthony Edwards. You want to talk?
I know.
You want to talk about Showtime? This guy is going to be the face of him and Jokić. Once Jokić, because Jokić is 29, he still has a few good like prime years in him. This guy is going to be the face of the league in a few years. He is special. He's my favorite player in the NBA.
This will be a lot. We'll move on in a second. But is Karl Anthony Towns still
he's
good
also
at
basketball?
On the
Timberwolves. Yeah.
Is he good at basketball still?
Yeah, he's good at basketball.
Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah. When he's healthy, he is essential to that Timberwolves team.
Damn.
It's funny because Karl Anthony Towns was the first pick 10 years ago.
I think that's why I know him.
And he was like this. He's going to be the face of the franchise, and he was. This guy comes along and it's like, hold on a minute.
That's funny.
And Karl Anthony Towns is like, he stepped aside
because
he knew how good he was. He's like, I don't mind. Like you lead the way, I'm here. So yeah, it'll be a fun series. I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I just want to see Jokić fucking hit a crazy fucking arc shot and just jog down the fucking court.
He's awesome. I love him. All right,
but go
a little bit of wrestling. Go C's.
Yeah, that took, Jesus Christ, that was a tangent.
That's our weekly basketball segment.
Well, you know what? This will be a good segue since we're speaking of other sports. Pat Mahomes was sitting ringside.
Yeah.
He gave, which I didn't know it. Wasn't paying. I guess I wasn't watching too closely, but Logan Paul, Jey Uso, blah blah, yelling at each other, whatever. Pat Mahomes gave Logan Paul his 3 Super Bowl rings to use, and instead he ends up
that was
JD.
So cool.
I thought he just gave him 1, and I saw it after the fact. And I was like, oh, he gave him all 3.
Love it. And they're big. They're big ass rings chunky. Too. Connected with JD. Woo, he got hit good. From
those couldn't have been the actual 3 Super Bowl rings. You think? I hope in my mind I want them to.
I thought that. I don't know.
In my mind, I want
because, like, I mean, if something happened, they could easily be like, all right, we'll replace or repair it or something like that. But it would be if it was the real rings. That makes it a lot better, 100%. I'm not gonna ask questions.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was cool. I like Logan Paul's not gonna be at Backlash. You still get some him and Jay stuff and some Judgment. He's still, it's still keeping himself on the show. And then Braun Strowman returned
came
in
out.
that same swing, looking big
boy,
looking big.
His hair is growing back out too. He was bald for a little bit. Seems like the hair is coming out. Also, the teases we've been seeing on Raw for what people are saying is Uncle Howdy and stuff like that.
All the QR codes.
Did you the one that they had? I think they had one on NXT this week. It is getting creepy, and we are getting close. The line that was said on NXT last night was, they were broken. I didn't fix them. I accepted them. They opened the door. We can be family. And there was like a code, not like a code, but this is what it was. So it was like letters and stuff like that.
Wait, you unscramble that. Uncle Howdy.
Exactly. But people are saying because Eric Rowan signed a deal with WWE.
Right, yep.
So people are saying U for Uncle Howdy, E for Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Alexa Bliss. So people are saying it's like a Y 6 because that was meant to be,
and then 5 + 1 is 6.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So obviously we could be reaching here and stuff so like that.
Funny.
But it seems like also, I don't know if you've actually been. They're kind of.
No, I haven't been. I don't like doing the extra work.
It's kind of creepy what they do here. It's like they're going up to these abandoned buildings and stuff. And
is this what the QR code sends you to?
And it's like. And the music is creepy.
Yeah, I mean,
too.
if it's not, if it's not Uncle Howdy, Bray Wyatt tribute stuff,
100%.
What else could this be?
It makes me think, like, at the end of the documentary, they showed the whole, thing where it seems like they're building towards something. Yeah, they were broken, blah, 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 blah. But yeah,
I think at this point,
we're getting close to something.
Yeah, I think it feels like at this point it's all but confirmed. It's just going to be interesting what iteration it's going to be.
Exactly.
So I think it's like it seemed there's been so much talk about Bo Dallas continuing the legacy, probably with the Uncle Howdy thing. But yeah, I'll definitely be. I mean, a faction would be fucking sick.
Yeah, 100%. Really cool. And it makes you think like what direction they were going down in the first place. When Bray Wyatt was alive and whenever, and he was active. But yeah, I'm looking forward to. I'm sure since they're doing this, they got to do it right. Yeah, I feel like they've probably putting a lot of time into it, a lot of thought and everything. I'm sure whatever they do decide to do, it's gonna pay off. So I'm excited to see what they do there.
Last thing I think we'll talk about CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
That's gonna be the feud of the summer, man.
This was cool,
and
I guess I'm hearing Drew is hurt.
Yeah, so he said he fractured his elbow. Okay. I don't know if it's that serious, but he had it wrapped up and stuff.
Because people are saying the hottest feud WWE has going right now is with 2 injured people.
Hey, but they make it work on the mic and stuff.
It's sick. So. It started out with Drew's complaining about being picked so late. He's like, where CM Punk got picked above me. He won't even show up, and then like fucking Batman.
I'm up here, bitch.
I showed up to work, bitch, or whatever the fuck he said. And then this I thought was cool. Is like Drew goes all the way up to find him. Again, cool camera work following him in. Gets into the box. There's a signed picture of him waiting.
Yep.
And then a segment later, Drew's still up there. Punk comes out, cuts the promo. Now the spots are swapped. Which I thought was fucking sick. And then classic, pretty standard
Punk looked good too.
He looked good.
He's been in the weight room.
He looked jacked.
He's been in the weight room.
I love the like the classic shirt, but he had it cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also, this is a hot take, I don't like that shirt. I love the design. I just hate
I don't
t-shirts.
like the black.
I hate
I don't
that
like
with
that.
like it's on the neck and the arms.
Yeah,
I don't like t-shirts.
I'm not a fan
like
of that look either.
I love the style of it, like the not the style, but the graphic,
sure,
whatever. But I thought that was a cool addition that the cut. Yeah,
he's showing off.
That was my first. I didn't even tweet it. That was my first thought. I was like, "Oh, Punk looks good."
Yeah,
you know,
he's been lifting heavy. Do you see Drew McIntyre was on the Pat McAfee show and he was talking about CM Punk? He was saying all these things of like shitting on me. He goes, "If I wasn't married, I'd take your girl too." Talking about like taking AJ Lee. He goes, "You think I'm a hater? I'm an ultimate hater." He goes, "I would take your wife and stuff."
Jesus
like
Christ.
That's so good. I'm trying to find the full.
Yeah,
one,
Punk sat in the ring, boom, cross-legged style, face Drew. Just, more pretty, he didn't say anything groundbreaking, more just like, I'm the best in the world, and I'm
the
this,
mic,
whatever.
in the ring, on the mic.
I'm better at commentary.
No offense to you, Michael and Pat, and stuff like that.
It was good, man. It was good.
It was good. Yeah, he said, "I'm not sitting at home, Drew. I'm right here, you little bitch."
That's what he said. You little bitch.
Great line. Also, Drew McIntyre re-signed officially. 3-year deal. Apparently. I mean, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they played it out a little bit more. Me too. Because, listen, you have this perfect, and he announced it on his own pages and stuff. So now it's not it's not a secret or anything. But they had this opportunity to have Drew win the championship and then pull a CM Punk of be like, I'm leaving with the title, and they could have redone the Summer of Punk but Summer of Drew and really done it better this time. Maybe I don't think it's possible anymore because it is out in the open now. I mean, if it was just a report, that could be one thing. Because he'd be like, "That's not real," whatever. You can play it off. But he posted the video. The Rock is the one that fucking announced it.
Yeah,
which was kind of weird, but
it was like that video. He walked up at him, congratulated him or whatever.
Yeah, he was at a restaurant or whatever. But yeah, I mean, happy he's staying.
They clearly knew because they never mentioned it on TV, and WWE rarely does contract stuff. You know, like bleeding that in.
They did the last time I think I remember them doing was when Moxley, because they made the big announcement and everything that he's not renewing the contract. But usually they're I think keep it under wraps.
They definitely knew that it was being talked about online. I'm with you. They had an opportunity.
They could have played into it.
I'm not shocked that they didn't. But since you have him as this this heel that's very self-aware and very based in reality, I do think there was opportunity for him to at least once or twice tease and my contract is up and I haven't re-signed. You guys are gonna miss me, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Fine, they didn't. Whatever.
It is what it is.
But yeah, I'm with you. They definitely. I feel like they could have done something. I don't think it's no. The craziest missed opportunity,
No, it's not. It's just something they could have done, but so be it.
But yeah, I mean, whenever I imagine Drew's healthier before Punk is. I don't know. I'm always I was shocked to see him I was even shocked at Mania when he took off the brace and he was, you know what I mean?
CM Punk's got to be, I mean, he's got to be, every day that goes by, we're getting closer. So I'm sure maybe he's at the point where he doesn't need the brace on anymore. And it's just kind of it's just healing now.
Yeah, I wonder, I'm really curious what the timeline is looking like. I mean,
SummerSlam would be a great spot for Drew, CM Punk.
When's the Berlin show?
I think, is it after the Saudi show? So either June. Well, because then they have Money in the Bank. I think it's June. August. Never mind.
So they could do it. They could do it at Bash in Berlin.
So it's probably going to be Saudi. Money in the Bank.
What the fuck is SummerSlam? SummerSlam's August 3rd.
Okay, so Berlin's later that month. When's Money in the Bank? I think it's either July.
July 6th.
Okay.
Money in the Bank being in the summer is a shock to me.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, really?
Where is that? They're in Canada. Yeah, Canada this year.
Which there goes. Remember we were like
Sami
Zayn's winning the Money in the Bank. There goes that, which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gives a place for someone new.
Crazy international pay-per-views. So many.
I know.
And again, it's awesome. It's cool.
Fun, especially the one the France one or the Bash in Berlin, where it's I can't reiterate enough how much I love a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, it's perfect for us.
You don't gotta give up,
Nope.
a night or whatever.
Nope.
But I think that's the show.
That's the podcast.
Kind of just a run of the mill short. When we got our backlash predictions down, that's kind of the bulk
some
of it.
Celtics.
Yeah, we did
NBA.
talk some all sorts, some MLB.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we can be a sports podcast too. Come on.
Hopefully the MLB doesn't demonetize
take this down.
Yeah.
Hey, knowing them, it wouldn't shock me.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you for joining us. Didn't do any plugs at the top. Oops. Use code SCW20 for 20% off the beanie. And we still have, let me get an updated number here. I think we still have XLs of the hoodie left. Larges are sold out. Everything under a large is sold out. We have some XLs left, some 2XLs left, and that's it.
Hey.
So XL and 2XLs left. You want to get yourself a hoodie. Like I said, SCW20 for 20% off the beanie.
Come on, it's a steal.
We don't have a sponsor this week, so that's our sponsor.
All right.
That's our ad read.
There we go, guys. Just help us out. Get some beaches. I know the weather's getting warmer, but stock up for the winter time.
Some of you live in a climate that's cold right now.
It's got,
we see the analytics.
We see the analytics. We know we got some cold fans.
Winter right now.
Where is it winter right now?
Well, probably Australia, right? Australia. It's getting chilly. Well, then again, you gotta pay the shipping prices.
We all know that like a majority of our fans are from Australia, so you guys have got to get your hands on it. Canada, I feel like Canada's maybe snow. I don't know.
They're in the same. Like Canada's in the same hemisphere we are.
Perhaps maybe some parts.
A little more north. Yeah, a little more north. Yeah, more north you go.
Hockey fans, it gets cold in the arena, so you got to.
That's a good point.
Playoff hockey, you need a beanie. It gets cold, and when they have the hat tricks, you throw it on.
And then buy another one. SCW20, 20% off. It's perfect. All right, we'll see you all week. Catch up on everything. We appreciate you as always. And we'll catch have we talked since this is like the real last thing. We've talked since the debut match video came out, right?
Yeah, we talked.
Well, now that we're a little far removed, just I want to say it real quick. It's almost at 70,000 views. So, which first of all, that's insane. It's gonna it'll hit 100 eventually, which that's like the fact that a lot of times we have like these different videos,
a non-quiz video,
whether it's anything from a tier list or a training video or whatever, they never do as well as the quizzes. We know that. It's obvious. It's no kidding.
450 comments too. That's wild.
Yeah. I mean,
some hate, mostly love. I see those comments.
But yeah, like thinking about the fact that like the video of us wrestling for our debut match has 70,000 views is crazy.
Kind of scary that many people.
It's kind of it's a little wild. It's a little wild.
No, but it is cool. Very cool.
But so thank you everyone for watching that. If you haven't watched it, please go watch that. I really want it to be at 100. I really do.
We'll get there.
Anyway, all right. We'll leave you with that. Until next time, we haven't done a word in a while. A phrase, word or phrase.
God. Nikola Jokić.
I think that's the Jokić.
Or put in your favorite NBA player or something like that. Or something sports related.
Yeah,
something like that. Your favorite baseball player, NBA, whatever you want to do.
If you can name a Red Sox player,
good luck. Good luck. List 3 players right there.
Yeah. All right, we'll get out of here. Thank you for joining us again. We'll see you next time.
See you in the quizzes. Peace.